Well, good Wednesday morning to everyone. We're here in the garage, shop, whichever we choose to call it for the day. And you can see there's an addition to the old truck here, a zero-turn mower. And today is one of those days that I really dread. It's time to sharpen the mower blades. And I just soon take a whipping as to do that. It never works out very well. It's never much fun. In the past, I've hooked it up to my tractor and jacked it up in the air, but when I do that, gas pours out the back. So we're gonna try a little bit of a different process today, maybe some jack stands and just get it going. Also have my water to stay hydrated. Believe it or not, it's not raining. It's a little warm, but not terrible. We're just thrilled that we're not getting another 2 inches of rain this morning. It is very, very wet. The gardens have taken a beating, but we'll walk around and take a look at some things that we've done there. It's not all bad news. Some of it's really good news. And I'm happy to report that. So we're gonna spend the morning trying to get this machine ready to go and mow tomorrow because we have a birthday party to put on here at the house on Saturday. So there'll be a little bush hogging and there'll be a little mowing and edging, things of that nature to clean the place up so that your guests don't think that you are really not paying attention. Other than that, the week has been productive. I mean, we have done some additional planning that we're going to take a quick look at. We've also done some trimming and some edging on different places. And we've just spent a lot of time trying to help the pond get through these really big rainstorms. My drain is an 8-inch drain. It's got a cap on it that's a drain that lets water go through it all the time. But even though I've got a mesh screen around it, it does get stopped up at times. And I am deathly afraid of snakes, so I tiptoe down there every time I go. But that's just me. We have managed to not let the lake over the pond overflow at all, and it's doing really well. And I'll tell you, the fish are they have become pets. If I walk across that dock, they just swarm up, and they're looking to be fed. So we'll probably do a little of that this morning. Other than that, we're just in a little bit of a catch-up mode, trying to get everything back together. We spread some mulch, we put out some stone in some places that really needed it. But this morning, we're gonna take just a quick look at a couple things at the pool, couple of new planted areas, and we're going to go down and take a quick look at the sweet corn field and then move down to the lake or the pond. So we'll get all those things underway here shortly and see what else we can get into. So I'm going to walk over and just pick up the camera as usual and walk you around on some things that we've been working on. Hopefully this manages to work out fairly well. Since we've had all this rain and the gardens have really suffered. I have tomato plants that look like they have just been drowned, and everything else, actually. I think so far we've picked 4 pieces of squash, and that's about it. So yesterday, I decided to put 12 buckets, a 12-bucket garden together. That's zucchini, more squash, and more tomato plants. Hopefully we'll get something out of this year. You see back there in front of the little wall we have up, some watermelon growing. But that's about all we've been able to put together. The gardens, you can see both of those through there. They are now just crusty mud as the sun has been shining down on the last 24 hours. It's just a challenge every day, but we've got some good news. We've got some really good sweet corn news that we'll look at in just a minute. So I'm going to stop the camera now and walk you over to the pool and show you another interesting thing that's going on. And now we've made our way over to the pool. I am really excited to report the water is very clear and it's staying very stable. Probably the clearest we've had the pool in the last 2 years. And that's great news, very inviting when these hot days hit. The object you see in the very far distance there is a robotic skimmer. And I can tell you that's the best $300 I've ever spent. You just put the thing in and forget about it. It will clean the pool and it will do it really well. So it's a solar skimmer. You do have to charge it every once in a while, but it has been awesome and a great addition to the pool. And we continue to have the water reclaiming device there. And just so you know, my wife hates that, and she is forcing me to take that down for the party. The bar sunshade works really well. And we put up some lights there in the old pool house, pool bar. So everything's looking awfully good out here. Hopefully the party will be fun. We'll have some folks come over and just enjoy a nice, calm night, maybe. Maybe not quite so calm, but a fun night. Just real quickly, show you how, what I really call a hydrangea tree. I don't know what this thing really is. It's got some beautiful blooms in it, and one of my favorite plants. There you see the signs of some mulching from yesterday. And with all this rain, we have had some plants just kind of explode. I've always heard these plants here, they look like, I don't know, almost like banana tree leaves. Those are what I've always heard called mother-in-law plants. You get that big orange bloom at the top of them. Some of them are, I think, yellow. Maybe there's some white ones, but these are doing really well just because of all the water. A little further over, give you a quick view of the larger, for us, larger field, corn field. I'm gonna try to zoom in just a little bit when we get steadied up here. The past few days' storms knocked down a lot of corn, but my good buddy Randy is right. It will pretty much stand back up on its own. And if you remember in a video I did, I think last week, he was telling me that if it doesn't stand up, it just wasn't meant to grow. So that's reassuring. That has certainly helped me stay out of there. So the okra surrounding the cornfield and the cornfield itself doing really well. They are certainly not lacking from water. So we're gonna take a quick ride down to the big garden and give you a little update on the sweet corn progress. We'll be back in just a second. And we are back in the lower big garden, we call it. You can see that we have a pretty good bit of activity with the okra that we planted. But how about some sweet corn? It looks like all 8 rows have managed to get out of the ground. And I will tell you, except for a few stray beans, even the weeds are fairly under control. I am really excited about this. This is the 5th planting of sweet corn. I don't think I did anything different. I think it's just the conditions and putting up these strings and putting up the windmill and the noise-making machine to keep the birds away from the seeds. I think that was the key. So we're making progress. We've got the sweet corn up. Our tomatoes that you see through that area there and eggplant and squash are not doing real well. It's just so wet over there. We need some time to dry it out. Looks like the watermelon in the very back part of that area there might have been washed away. Not sure we'll replant that. It may be a little late for it. But we have great success here with the progress on the sweet corn. And I count that as a really, really big success. Let's take a quick trip down to the pond and see what the drain conditions are this morning. And just like that, we're back down by the pond. I have made a quick check, making sure the water moccasin families weren't around the dock. I have no desire to visit with them this morning. And they do like to hang around this area, so I always take a quick look. I'm not sure we get much action from the fish. It's really sunny out there, and they're definitely going to see me standing on the dock, but we'll throw some bread in and see if the turtles or the fish will come up for a second. My main concern is just checking on the drain. We've had no water over the emergency spillway so far this year, and it has really come some torrential downpours in this on this property, and a lot of water coming in and out of the lake. So we've been very fortunate with that. So let's go out and see if we can get some action from the fish and the turtles. Oh, there they are. I guess they're not as shy as I thought they were going to be. Even the big fish are back. All right, Mr. Turtle, come over here and have a little bread this morning. The big turtle out there to the left, just straight behind that turtle. I've seen a couple of really large ones in the water and two that managed to work their way up to the barn. So we have some sizable turtles around this lake and definitely some aggressive snakes. We're working on that. Well, I think that's going to do it for the pond this morning. I'm going to head back up and work on that lawnmower blade sharpening project. I don't think I'll film that just to be on the safe side. Nobody wants to hear my concerns as I go through that project and watch me throw wrenches across the garage floor. So maybe we'll come back after that's finished and show you the result and just close out today's video. So until we get back together, have a great day. It is a beautiful, beautiful blue sky day here at Blue Sky Farms. And we look forward to visiting with you again later on. Everybody take care.